Okay guys, in this video we are going to take a look at properties of exponents and how to use them to simplify products of monomials. So this kind of sounds very weird. Monomials, what the heck is that? So monomial is basically a some kind of power of x with the number attached to it in front of it. Okay, so that's basically monomial. Monomial means 1. So if you want to, for example, simplify 3x squared times negative 4x cubed, what can you do? Okay, so the first thing you do is that you identify the numbers, okay, and you perform operation on the numbers. So I see the number -3 and I see the number -4. Okay, so I can use my calculator to multiply them. 3 times -4, the calculator is going to say that's -12. Okay, so that I'm just going to put in the front. Then I'm going to look at the x. So what's happening with the x's? Okay, so I've got x squared, and I'm going to concentrate on just the powers of them, and x cubed. And the rule of exponents that you should all have on your 3x5 index card is that if you have x to some power multiplied by x to some other power, that we basically are adding the powers. And the reason why we're doing that is because we are first multiplying x by itself n times, then we multiply it again m times, so the total is like n plus m. But to make the long story short, you're just gonna add the exponents and you're only gonna have one term. So it's gonna be x, and to the power, what is 2 plus 3? That's 5. And that's it. I don't think it's that hard. Okay, now let's take a look at this one. This one a little bit more complicated because first of all you see a fraction, second you also have a x's and y's, so we're going to deal with each one of them separately. So first let's deal with the numbers. So 5 over 6, we've got 5/6, and then we also have the 12. So we need to multiply them. Okay, so if you don't feel like doing that in your head, that's not a problem. So what you do is you want to take 5 over 6, so I'm just going to enter that, and I'm going to put it in parentheses even though you actually do not really need to. But let's say I just don't want to even put multiplication. So then multiplication or parentheses is the same thing, and I'm just putting 12 next to it. That's it. Okay, so it tells me that that's 10. So you could do times if you want, but or you can just say 10. Okay, so that's going to be 10. All right. So the next thing to do is to look at the x's. Okay. So before, like in the previous example, you see how I was highlighting the powers and I was adding them. But here, you kind of get stuck because you see x cubed and that has a power 3, and you're like, okay, well, yeah, I do see an x, but it doesn't have any power, so what am I supposed to do? So whenever you have just x without any power, that power will be 1. Because raising anything to the power 1 does not change that anything. It's like repeat me one time. Well, when you repeat me one time, it's just going to be me. So it's not going to be like 2 me's or something, right? Just 1 me. Okay, so that's just going to be x to the power 1. So this is going to become 3 plus 1, which is 4. Okay, now let's deal with y's. All right, so again, I'm trying to look for y's, and I do have 1 power. And I see the 2 here. Okay, so I'm happy about that, but I don't see anything over here, right? Like it's empty. That is like nothing. No, it's not nothing. Again, when it's y2 nothing, no power, the power is just 1. So you can put that 1 right there. And now you know what to add. So 1 plus 2, that's 3. So that's your final answer going to be here. All right? Not so bad.